I'm Ashton Addison from Blockwest Capital for Investment Pitch Media, and today on the Crypto Coin Show we have Logan Crawford, the sales manager at EasyGold. Logan, thanks so much for taking the time to come on the show, and welcome.
My pleasure, Ashton. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. I'd love to dive straight into it. I'm fascinated about gold investments, blockchain, how it can all tie together. So let's just start with a high-level overview and the focus of EasyGold, and then we'll dive into all the details.
Absolutely. So currently, as you know, inflation is on the rise and people are looking ways to protect their savings from devaluation. And one of the best performing assets over the last few decades has been gold. But because it's physical and the costs of storing and securing it are high, it can be inaccessible to most people.
No, that's a great example. And yeah, I often see gold as a diversified, kind of option, but there's a lot of setbacks as well. And there's not too many options of what's the perfect solution.
Well, there are mainly three options available. You can either acquire the physical asset, which is popular among small and medium investors, but it comes with costs for storage and insurance. The second way is to invest in gold by buying shares of a mutual fund or ETF. These funds follow the price of gold and can be traded on the stock market just like any other stock. But the prices are influenced by factors like the company's performance and regulations. The risk makes this option profitable, but also far more risky. And the third way is trading on the commodities markets. Well, this is kind of complicated, as you know. The brokers charge a high fee, and it's not at all for beginners. Also, gold has a limited natural resource, so the costs of mining it are increasing. But interestingly, no longer are prices of gold based on scarcity. It's now safe to place your money in gold, to park your money there, because the price of gold keeps on going up, and that will continue into the future. So we are now in an era where projects are trying to combine blockchain and real-life commodities to create investment opportunities. We've got a few gold-backed stablecoins as an alternative to investing in physical gold. So now there is a safe way to trade gold without banks or legal restrictions, but they really aren't popular because the first stablecoins ever were backed by fiat currencies.
And in EasyGold, I've seen a few gold-backed blockchain projects in the past, and I've always been fascinated about them. Is EasyGold sort of establishing themselves as one of the market leaders in this respect now?
Absolutely. Well, the market leaders were established, and we're hoping to take over that title, of course. The market leaders prevented commodity-backed stablecoins from capturing enough shares to compete with them. So EasyGold aims to change all that. EasyGold is a token backed by Hartmann Benz in Germany. And this team has years of experience in the gold and metal industry. So creating a security token that allows investors to profit from gold transactions by acquiring high-quality raw gold, processing it into certified bars, and trading it on the open market, we're able to reinvest profits and provide higher yields over time.
And those different options that you mentioned at the beginning of gold, of having to store it or collect it or trade futures, this sort of makes that whole process easier.
Absolutely. And 100% of the profits from these trades go into buying more raw gold and keeping the process going. So it's totally scalable. So if you're an investor, you will see higher and higher returns with time. Depending on how long you stake the tokens, you can get a cut of the revenues.
Okay. And what kind of cut of the revenues does that vary?
It does vary, anywhere from 5 to 50%.
Okay. And as an investor looking into this kind of gold option, how do investors go about getting started and getting involved in it?
We've made the whole process of investing in gold seamless for our users. You can go to our website and purchase the EASG tokens, which have a pre-sale coming up soon. You'll get profit participation rights, and your money will be kept safe in an escrow agreement. Once the sale is over, we start buying and selling gold for profit, and you can track the sale of your investment through transparent updates that are provided on our website.
Okay, so is there a minimum or a maximum that people can invest, compared to other methods of investing in gold?
For both the private sale and the pre-sale, the minimum investment is 500 euros, which is about 540 American dollars.
Okay. And is there a maximum on how much people can buy?
We really don't have a maximum, but anything over $10,000 is subject to anti-money laundering laws.
Okay. And when you purchase these EASG gold tokens, is it like when you purchase $1 of the token, then you're purchasing $1 of gold, or how does that work?
Okay, let me explain the whole behind-the-scenes process for you. So you purchase the ESAG tokens through a secure ERC 1400 Ethereum smart contract. All of the proceeds go into acquiring high-quality raw gold from select mines, which we transform into pure gold through a tried and tested process that is efficient and environmentally friendly. This process filters out any unnecessary elements, increases its market value by 25 to 30%. The gold is then processed by one of two refineries of the Hartmann-Benz Group into the London Bullion Market Association certified 999.9 gold bars. The bars are then sold on the open market at a higher price than raw gold, and that's how we turn a profit. So the profit is reinvested to acquire more raw gold, and the cycle, it continues.
I love it, and I feel like it's the same with Bitcoin. You're always the goal is just to accumulate more Bitcoin, and now with the case of this ERC20 token, as you mentioned there, you said that it's a ERC 1400, which most tokens are an ERC20 token. I'm curious if there's a difference and if there's a reason behind that for EASG.
Well, we have security reasons that we've chosen this to be our platform, and it's turning out to be one that is working for us. The growth of the token is exponential because every new investment cycle starts with a higher initial investment than the previous one. So there is room for a price increase while securing a solid price floor. So the yields or returns that were once only available to a select few are now open to everybody. The Ethereum blockchain allows for a more democratic fundraising process, which is great for us and, of course, for our investors as well.
And is all this technology just limited to the Ethereum blockchain, or is there Binance Smart Chain or multi-chain efforts as the platform continues to grow?
We're using the ERC 1400 as the technical infrastructure to sell our tokens. It's probably not as popular as the ERC 20, but it's definitely the one with the best security and flexibility, which is obviously what we want for our investors. Binance Smart Chain does offer better speeds and lower transaction costs, but for a security token like EASG, where the minimum investment amount is much higher compared to usual crypto transactions, we needed something different. It's not so much about high transaction volume, since we really aren't relying on that. We are more concerned with security, and of course, Ethereum offers a higher degree of decentralization compared to BSC.
Great point. And if we're anticipating the gold price to go up, especially with the incoming recession or depression or whatever we're experiencing with this hyperinflation, do investors make money? It's like 1-to-1. As gold goes up, their investments just go up in the same ratio.
So the same way our token price isn't dictated by the price of gold, the price of gold will not influence your returns. The point of creating this token was to reduce the costs associated with security and storage. So we're investing in physical trading. Simply put, our business is buying and selling. Investors have to know that there are no real payments, nor are we storing gold, because that's frankly too risky. Gold can sometimes drop by 30%, which is the scenario we want to avoid by doing business every day.
Great point, Logan. And I was also looking into the platform that there's some kind of dividend model. Could you explain how that works?
Absolutely. In our upcoming crowd sale, we'll be releasing 600 million tokens. And like I said, all proceeds go toward acquiring raw gold. And the unsold tokens, will be burned. But what sets ESAG apart is that it grants holders profit participation rights. So starting at the end of the first calendar year, investors will receive regular dividend payouts in ESAG tokens. The amount of dividends that investors will receive is based on the funding we get through the crowd sale. So the more funding we raise, the bigger percentage of the total tokens will be reserved for the dividend payouts.
Okay, good to know. And being, in the gold industry, do you have any projections or insights into how you think gold will do moving forward, looking at the situation of the world?
Well, that is, of course, a loaded question. So like I said, our team has years and years of experience in the gold and precious metals market. So we have connections with top suppliers around the globe. Plus, we own a Swiss company that produces high-quality gold bars. So our business model and relationships allow us to buy high-quality raw gold at some of the lowest prices on the market. So we are not totally dependent on the market price. But coming to your question, in the long run, it's definitely positive. Gold may not be the option to make money quickly and cash out, but it's one of the best ways to protect assets in the long term from inflation and other global events so that you can secure your own future.
I agree. And great insights. And where exactly is the team at with the launch and the growth of the project?
We've just had our smart contract audit and started negotiations with investors last month. We'll be launching the private sale in March of this year.
Amazing. And what are the next major milestones after that launch, moving towards the middle of 2023 and beyond?
Let's see. Well, in June 2023, we're launching the pre-sale, and the main sale begins in August. But speaking more long-term, we want to increase the scope of our activities, so more gold investment products on a tokenized basis. We essentially want to become the standard for gold investing in the cryptocurrency market.
And the minimum amount, will that always remain the same? And is that targeting a specific group?
Yeah, well, it's 500 pounds minimum for the pre-sale and private sales, but we're more flexible with the main sale. It'll essentially be €1 equals 1 ESAG token, and you can buy as much as you want from August until October 2023.
Okay, good to know. And being part of a security-based token, as you mentioned, are there any limitations on who or where can buy the EASG?
No, nothing that I'm aware of. We have met all legal requirements, so there shouldn't be any restrictions besides the specific laws that apply to your country for your investments.
Okay, good to know. And moving forward, with the launch and the growth of the platform, what do you think will be some of the major key success factors to long-term success for EasyGold?
I think we have solutions to open up the barriers to entry, and that's very important. Let's take inflation, for example. Investors are increasingly looking for hedging opportunities due to high inflation and negative interest rates. Our tokens provide an innovative and easy way for investors to invest in gold with a solid price floor and an opportunity for passive income through profit participation. And you never have to worry about storage, setup, or recurring monthly fees. Or let's consider how gold is an underrepresented asset in the crypto space. Like I said before, there are commodity-backed stablecoins pegged by gold, and they're successful, but they aren't as widely adopted as fiat-backed coins. Those that aren't successful, well, it's because of the implementation wasn't good enough. To remedy that, the ESAG token offers a solid floor with high potential returns thanks to our business model. Investors will earn participation rights from the company's profits and will be distributed based on the investor's current stake in ESAG tokens. So you have the stabilities and you have the returns. And that's a pretty good incentive to go for this gold-backed token. As for implementation, the EasyGold token combines the advantages of traditional securities with the operational efficiencies and freedom of transactions of digital currencies. So the stricter restrictions offer some stability and peace of mind.
great point. And you're right. I've seen some of these gold-backed tokens, and for some reason they haven't picked up as well as they should. I feel that there's a gap in the market where this could be filled, but there might be some things holding it back. What do you see as some of the potential things that EasyGold needs to overcome and obstacles in the future to make sure that this sort of reaches more mainstream adoption?
When it comes to investing in the EasyGold security token, it's important to be aware of the potential challenges. We might have operational issues, for example, and that could mean anything from broken equipment to delays caused by partners or suppliers. And of course, there's always the risk of theft or attack on any of the company's facilities, which could result in losses of the acquired gold and ultimately affect the price of the token. But probably the biggest thing is the volatility of the gold market. While ESAG has a solid price floor and is not expected to decrease in value because all funds are invested in gold, the gold price can drop if they discover a new mine and suddenly there's an increase in the supply of gold, or if there's a technological breakthrough that significantly reduces the cost of mining gold. But the great thing about EasyGold is we aren't solely dependent on raw gold. We run stores where we sell gold bars and coins. So basically we haven't put all of our eggs in one basket. I should also mention that Hartman and Benz will also be listed on the OTC market this year, so we're able to eliminate all the risk factors. So not only are we diversifying, we're planning for risks and have support from our main backer. We're also giving our investors other ways to keep their money safe besides investing in a digital asset, so buying and selling scrap gold, gold shops, storage, and the digital gold account where the customer handles everything. Soon enough, we'll be the one-stop shop for anybody looking to invest in gold. And yeah, that's a good thing. I'm looking forward to that.
Sounds great, Logan. And yeah, very diversified. Great to hear. What is the best way for the viewers to learn more about EasyGold and to get started with it if they're interested?
Well, over the last 5 years, the results speak for themselves. Today, an ounce of gold costs 1,757 euros. Exactly 5 years ago, back in 2018, it was 1089. Well, that's your answer right there. Gold protects you from inflation, economic wars, and anything else happening around the world. Plus, in the event of wars or major political decisions, the price of gold has always gone up. This assurance is enough for us and our investors that the gold market isn't diminishing anytime soon.
Amazing. And yeah, no, great numbers there. And Logan, what is the best way for people to learn more about this?
Well, you can go to our website, easygold.io. We have a white paper and one pager already out. Our private sale starts March 2023, and there's a 25% bonus for early adopters.
Sounds great, Logan. Thank you so much for taking the time. I will leave the links in the description box below as well. All the best with everything with EasyGold and the gold markets and bridging that into blockchain and Web3. I'm looking forward to seeing more of it, and I appreciate you taking the time to come on.
Thanks so much for having me. I had a great time.